In some absolutely big-time news out of the NBA yesterday, Kyrie Irving is now a Dallas Maverick. This after the Nets and the Mavericks agreed to a deal in principle to send Kyrie Irving. Here are the terms. You got Dorian Finney-Smith, Spencer Dinwiddie, a first-round pick unprotected in 2029, a second-round pick in 27 and 29, in exchange for Kyrie Irving and Markieff Morris as well. Those are the agreed to terms that we know of right now. There could be a little bit more added to this trade on the net side, but the gist of it is Spencer Dinwiddie, you're no longer a Maverick. Kyrie Irving, you're now a Dallas Maverick. So much to talk about here. I'll talk about the Mavs' chances of potentially winning a title with this team and much, much more in this video. So be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. But let's talk about it. Of all the landing spots, this was the one where I think most NBA fans were intrigued. Obviously, many people thought that he might end up as a Laker. A reunion with LeBron, I should say, was, in a lot of people's eyes, what the best story would have been, right? The best story would have been, and then the most newsworthy thing would have been Kyrie Irving, after years in exile out of LeBron land, coming back into the fold and potentially making a run with LeBron James. That is out of the question, at least for this year. We know he's going to be teaming up with someone who people believe is the next LeBron. Someone who people believe is the LeBron of this next generation, I should probably say, in Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic went from undesirable at one point in his career to gosh darn deniable as a talent and one of the best, if not the best, young player in the NBA. And you team him with Kyrie Irving and what the Mavericks have right now. Granted, they're losing two of their best role players, two of their best other key pieces on that team in Dinwiddie and Finney-Smith. But you're looking at a team that is like kind of fledgling as far as where they expected to be. They were expected to take a step forward, and instead they're sitting at like 28, 26 right now, right above 500 in the fold. They're a few losses away from being in the play-in tournament. So this right here, and I mean this as in the acquisition of Kyrie Irving, is a step in the right direction for this year. I'm not sure what it means for the team long term. And I have tried not to be one of those people who's tough on Kyrie Irving for taking time away. When I need time away from not my job, I know that's something I need to do, and I do it. And I know that's a lot of what other people do as well. So I don't blame Kyrie Irving for taking time away from his job and all that kind of stuff. My thing is this. When you have Kyrie Irving, you have to understand that there's a chance that he's not going to be on the court. And this is not me saying that, Kyrie's off the court for dumb reasons or whatever. I'm not going to get into that. What I am saying is you don't know if maybe he'll play out the rest of this year, but after that, even if he resigns, the dude always seems to miss time for some reason, right? And it's just one of those things that you might have to deal with. And for Dallas, it becomes a question of how do you build around that? Because the truth of the matter is, when Kyrie was in Boston, it didn't work out. When Kyrie was in Brooklyn, it didn't work out. What's different about this Mavs situation? Genuinely, what is different about this Mavs situation than those past two situations? You could argue Kyrie Irving, when he was on the Celtics, had he stayed, he would be an NBA champion right now. There's no doubt in my mind. Absolutely no doubt in my mind Kyrie Irving would be an NBA champion right now. But we don't live in that reality. We live in the reality where Kyrie teamed up with KD, and then it was off. KD was injured. He didn't play the first year, and then Kyrie took a sabbatical, and then COVID. So it just hasn't worked out the last few places he's been. And again, if I'm a Mavs fan, as a fan, that is one of the biggest things on my mind. Yes, you're pairing this great talent with another great talent in Luka Doncic, someone who you could argue, now that he has this, like what is this going to do for Luka? Now that Luka has this viable second option It opens up the Dallas Mavericks offense to a whole new world. This is going to be, if Kyrie plays out this entire year, this is going to be down the stretch one of the most dangerous teams in the NBA. Because not only do you have Luka Doncic, who's going to put up a triple-double whenever he needs to, you're going to have Kyrie Irving, one of the most talented players of the past 10 years. You're going to have that paired with the most talented player of the next 10 years. Like right now, both of them in their primes, like this could be absolute magic. And yes, I'm going to say it, title contenders if Kyrie plays for the rest of this season. Big if. So, I mean, look, if you're the Mavs, you're making this trade. You didn't really give up too much in this. For my eyes, even if it's just a half a season rental, you got a shot. You have a much better shot with Kyrie Irving than you do with Spencer Dinwiddie and Finney Smith. That's just the gosh darn truth, guys. I'm sorry to all the Spencer Dinwiddie fans, of which one I am. I love Spencer Dinwiddie, but it's Kyrie Irving. Like there's a reason why he was sought after. There's a reason why you have to go after a guy like this. He's just that talented. So we'll see. Again, off the court concerns aside, he's still a special talent, right? All that being said, it is still going to be tough for anyone to beat, in my opinion, the Golden State Warriors. Like, I know the Golden State Warriors right now are like not a good team. Like they're what, like the 7th seed, the 8th seed right now in the West. I don't know, man. Like it's like for me, it's. I mean, obviously my 3 teams that I'm just like, when the playoffs hit, when the playoffs come by, it is 3 teams in the West. Now potentially 4 with the Mavericks. But the Nuggets, obviously, if Jokic can put it all together in the playoffs, it's going to be magical. It's going to be interesting to see what the Grizzlies and how Ja Morant handles the playoffs this time around. But you can't deny the defending champions. I don't care what the record is right now. When healthy, when together, when in sync, it's the most dangerous team. It's the most dangerous team in the entire league. So we'll see what happens, though. Maybe the Mavs take over that mantle. Let me know what you guys think. Was this the right trade for the Dallas Mavericks to make? Was it the wrong one? Did they give up too much? Am I completely off? Let me know in the comments section below. Also, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released.